A 13-inch piece of tiger wood with a big resin bar. Right, now, this is probably going to end up smaller than 13 inches because there's a flat spot there, which I'm going to have to get rid of. So that'll be the first thing we'll do, is get rid of that little flat spot. So we get on with this. There's a screw right there. Right, we're gonna have to get that screw out before I can do anything. So I'll be back in a sec. Right then, well, that didn't work. I think it's time to use the flux capacitor and go back in time. And let's try something different. An 18-inch piece of acacia that's a bit of a funny shape. Let's see what we can do with this. Right then, this blank is only 2.5 inches wide, so we're going to try and keep as much depth as I can in it. It's also got a slight crack there, but I've CA'd that. I'm thinking Japanese style bowl, shallow Japanese style bowl could work with this, so that's what I'm going to go for. Right, first thing I'm going to do is round it off. I want to check that crack. See it there? Just a slight little crack. So we're going to sort that out as I'm going. Fine sawdust into it. And for anybody who isn't a turner, this is how we treat small little cracks. It actually makes no difference to the finished piece, and you'll probably find that most large bowls you buy have a treatment something like this in it, because it's actually quite difficult to get large pieces of wood that don't have tiny cracks in it. Let me give that a few seconds to go off. Just check I am getting cut all the way around. I'm not just there, but it's going to need to be cut again. So it looks like that. Cut all the way around. I am. Right. I'm going to hit that crack again. As I said, for those who aren't turners, treating cracks like this is absolutely normal. And once it's done properly, it makes no difference to the structural integrity of the bowl. It's just as strong as the wood. Now I'll probably have to treat that again before I'm finished. But that's the whole thing about it. You have to treat it properly. Right, now I give myself a guide. I'm going to put the mortise in. Now the mortise is in, I know where I have to cut. Now we get the shape in this. Right, a Japanese style bowl, a shallow one. Basically is as deep as you can here, but then it either comes out in a straight line or a scoop to the edge, with maybe a kick on the end. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to keep turning this until I get rid of that, and then I'll decide on the shape out here. Right there. This seems to be a day of nails and screws. I have to get that out. Right. If you're ever turning that and then you hear that banging, it's a nail or a screw. Right, and as you've seen, this is the second one today. Right there. Stop immediately and get that out, because you're not going to do yourself any favours by trying to turn through it. You'll just ruin your tools. Easiest way I've found of getting them out is basically to drill a hole around it. Right, as shallow as you get away with. What you're trying to do is get something to grab. Now, see if I can grab that with a vice grips and twist it out. That's where the bullnose vice grip will come in very handy. Gotcha. Now we have to do something about that hole. Now, I'm going to give that glue a few minutes to go off, and I'll be back then. So there just seems to be a day of screws today. Right then, here we go. Third time lucky. Right, I'll probably end up cutting most of that out of it because of this side, but I just did the repair in it just in case. Right, let's get back at this. There's another one. Yeah, there's another one right there. This is just a day of screws, I'm telling you. That's it, right there. I do hope there's only two in this. The thing is, there's no... Hang on, is that another one? No. There's no clue on the surface that they're actually in there. Right, same again. Right then, sometimes you just gotta know when to cut your losses. What I've done is I've cut a 12-inch out of the middle of that because one, possibly two like that, no way. I was hoping that didn't go down as deep, but it does. So I cut a 12-inch out of the middle of it. Now what I have to do is I have to make sure that this is central to that mortise. So I need to put it on first. I need to put it on the mortise on this first. Right, and make sure it's central to that. Make sure it's rounded to that. Now, what I want to do to make sure that that is perfectly centered as well is I'm going to drill a small little hole smack in the middle of that and use my centerer for the faceplate. Now that should be perfectly centered. Now then, let's get this shaping this 12-inch ball. Alright, just buffing the wax off. And it's definitely one of those days. So after cutting into this, I discovered that I must have mislabeled it when I got it, because it's actually not straight acacia, it's tiger wood. And it's very, very dark tiger wood. It's actually quite pretty. So, as I said, I'm just having one of those days. This thing, you gotta, as the song says, when you hit screws like that, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And this one, it was just safer to fold it and cut those screws out, because the odds are they would have hit more on that line. And yeah, okay, I would be happy enough selling the bowl with one of those repairs in it, but not with two or more, no. So there is the outside done. Oops, there's a bit of wax still in there. Get that out. Yep, got it. Right, there's the outside of that one. Right, we flip this over and we get the inside done. So I'll be back as soon as I flip it. Right, then we're flipped over, so we get the hollow on this. Right, face it off first. Find the width, which is about that. Now we just hollow as normal. There's a bump just there. Just a tiny one, but it's there. Yeah, that got it. Right. And I'm not happy with that. There's a little bump just there. I'm going to cut it. Yeah, I got it. Right, we'll sand that and I'll be back in a minute. Right then, just buffing off. And I get asked a lot of questions about my finishing routine. I did a video on it. I'll leave a link up there. And I'll stick a link in the description. Because it's kind of too complicated to go through quickly. Well, this is actually the kind of video I like to do. Something went wrong, and the reason I like doing them is that it shows new turners that everything doesn't go right all the time, but there's normally a way out. Right? You know, like with this one, this isn't the piece of wood we started off with. It's not the size of the second piece of wood, but we still got a pretty ball out of it. Right? And I'd rather cut that ring off than give it a bad quality bowl. I'll always go for quality over size every day of the week. So there we have it, a nice tiger wood bowl. So I'll stick up some shots at the end. If you enjoyed the video, if you wouldn't mind clicking like, it'd be great. And I'll see you in the next one.